Welcome to Small Arm Solutions. Today we're looking at a new pistol put out by Sig, the P365 SAS or Sig anti-snag system. Now this is based off of the 2018 pistol, the P365. This is an improved version that's basically designed for a carry concealed. Now this is a very, very neat pistol. For as far as small compact pistols, it's probably, even for my large hands, it's one of the nicest ones out there for as far as the fit and feel. It's designed specifically for a carry concealed. As you can see, it's all smooth edges. That's what this anti-snag is. There's no parts that are hanging off for it to snag on clothing or in a holster. Now we're looking at some of the specifications on the P365 SAS. We're looking at semi-automatic pistol. Just like the regular 365 series, you have a polymer. You have a very nice textured grip, which is very positive for as far as your hand, even under when you have cold, wet hands or muddy hands. It's going to be a very, very positive. You have a relatively compact trigger guard as well. It's not too oversized, but you can get your finger in there really well. The trigger you have on here is very similar to that of any P365. You have a stainless steel slide, which is nitron finished. This is also a ported gun as well, meaning you have slits cut in the barrel and in the slide, which allows gas to escape. What that does is it keeps the muzzle down during firing by blowing the gas upward. Now, there's only one negative aspect to that, and what that is it makes it a fire-breathing dragon. If you were to fire this type of a pistol in a dark environment, you would be able to see the flames coming out the side. So there is one negative aspect to it, but when you fire this pistol, you definitely see the benefits of that porting. Now, you have a 3.1 inch barrel, ported, as I said. 30% less muzzle flip is basically what you gain by having the porting on there. You have a 5.8 inch overall length with a 1 inch width, a weight of 1.78 ounce, and the magazine is very nice as well. You have one magazine it comes with that has a finger groove, and one you have here with a flat base. So depending on your size of your hands or how you're going to carry it, you could go with either one. Now, to have 10 rounds in a pistol this size is absolutely incredible. 10 rounds of 9.19 in a package this small is a lot of firepower. Now, the optic on here is what's referred to as a fiber tritium night sight. What you can see from the rear is you have a fiber optic on the top, and then you have tritium in there as well. And when you look in the back, you have a circle, and you line up a circle in between. It looks like a bullseye. And this stands out whether it's during the daytime. During the daytime, that fiber optic collects that light, and you have a beautiful bright green rear sight. And when it comes to low-level light, the tritium lamps kick in, and it gives you that as well. I will say, for as far as target acquisition, when you're coming up relatively quick, it's right there. You're able to see it. Now, when we did do the test firing with it, one of the things I did notice is it was a little bit harder to do bullseye-type shooting with it because you have that sitting lower to the bore axis. So I think it takes a little bit of time to get used to, but in a low-level light condition, that is a very, very quick acquisition. It's a very, very interesting sight system. I've never seen anything really like it. But this is definitely a major improvement for as far as a carry concealed weapon with a low-profile anti-snag sights. Now, part of the anti-snag is here's the way this thing disassembles. So what we're going to do is we're going to disassemble, drop the magazine, we're going to make sure we're clear, lock the slide open to the rear. Now, unlike the traditional stick pistols where you have a lever which you would drop down here to disassemble, you don't have that on the P365 SAS. You have a very low profile. So what you're going to end up using is either a cartridge rim or a screwdriver. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your screwdriver, we're going to drop that down, pull back and go forward, and it's right off. As we can see, an extremely lightweight frame. Now we have a dual embedded recoil spring, as we do on many of the modern pistols. Drop our barrel right out. Of course, we have Browning linkless, and we can see the two ports on either side. And looking at the slide, we have a typical 365 system. We have a firing pin block as well as the striker. Now for reassembly, drop the barrel back in like so. Insert your recoil spring. Slide it right back onto the frame. Lock to the rear. And as you lock to the rear, the disassembly latch will snap right back into place, so we're right back to where we started. Now, the ammunition that we tested was basically all Sig ammunition. I've been using a lot of Sig ammunition over the last couple years, and Sig makes a wonderful line of 9mm ammunition. As we can see, we have the M17 ammunition. Now, the M17 ammunition is a Plus P NATO cartridge, specifically designed for the M17 M18 pistol. Then we have the V-Crown 115 grain, which is a defense hollow point. We have the M17 V-Crown, which is a plus P hollow point. And then we have the standard Elite Performance Full Metal Jacket. So we had tried about 500 rounds of this mixed ammunition in this pistol. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the range and we're going to see how it shoots. Overall, we had over 500 rounds we fired without a single malfunction. The recoil was very nice. There was very little muzzle flip. We certainly had variances in velocities depending on the ammunition. With the M17 124 grain plus P, average muzzle velocity of 1,096 feet per second. With the 124 grain jacket hollow point, we had a 1,024 feet per second. The Sig M17 124 grain V-Crown, 1,070 feet per second, and the Sig 115 V-Crown, 1,130 feet per second. When you look at a shorter barrel like this, if you look, for instance, the M17 ammunition, the plus P 124 grain ball, out of a standard 5-inch barrel, you're looking at about 1,180 foot a second. With this, you're looking at about 1,069. So you do lose quite a bit of velocity with a much shorter barrel. However, you gain a lot of firepower in this. Another one of the nice little features I liked on this one here is you have a live cartridge indicator, or basically you have a brass indicator that's on the top of the pistol. So overall, even for somebody with the larger hands like myself, this pistol fit well. It's accurate, it's reliable, it's durable, it's quick action. This is one of the neater pistols I've seen come out in quite some time. The rear sight is very, very unique and very, very effective, and I think it's probably one of the biggest things that stands out on this pistol. Anybody who's looking for a small compact pistol, this is certainly on par with the Glock 43 or any other pistol that's this size, but this just gives you a little bit more in a lot of areas with the rear sight. For as far as the trigger is concerned, this is definitely, you want to have the trigger covered in a holster because there is no manual safety or any kind of a trigger block in the front like you do have with some of the other pistols. But having a good holster, this is also a good ankle type gun as well. I definitely would have no problem recommending this to anybody who's looking for a good modern combat pistol with all the modern features and safeties of any modern combat pistol. Overall, my impressions were excellent with this pistol. I felt this is a good option for anybody who's looking for a carry concealed weapon type pistol. Anybody, male, female, big hands, small hands, whether you want to carry it in a purse, in a holster, in an ankle, this gives you the proper size for everything. Regardless of your size of hands, it fits. The MSRP for the P365 SAS is $579.99. Sig has been a company who's been putting out a lot of new products. They are probably, of any of the manufacturers out there today, they are putting out more new products than anybody else. They're listening to their customer, and they're producing pistols not only military grade, law enforcement grade, target grade, as well as self-defense grade. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please click like, please subscribe, and even better, share.